All right, y'all. Now we'll jump right into this video and talk about the current news that's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs and the shooting that happened at the parade of them celebrating the Super Bowl today, right? I saw a bunch of people asking me to do a part two and, talk about the Super Bowl and Ice Spice and everything that was going on. And at first I was like, I think we hit the nail on the head in the first video. Wasn't really going to come around and talk about anything else. But when I first saw this story, the first headline was 1 dead and 9 injured after shooting near Kansas City Chiefs parade. Now, it's now updated to 1 dead and 15 injured, or 10 to 15, all over the internet. Even ESPN has 1 dead and 9 injured. And I was like, damn, there goes that number 19 again. Because y'all remember it was 19 to 19 at the end of regulation of the Super Bowl before it went into overtime. Also, it was 19 years since the last team, which was the Patriots, had won back-to-back Super Bowls in the NFL. And I was like, damn, 1 dead and 9 injured? I was like, there goes the number 19 again. Blew my mind when I first saw it come across my phone. I got the ESPN notification, and now it's been changed. As you can clearly see, it's 1 dead and up to 15 injured. So I guess you could say that they found out some other people were shot, and it's actually more than 9. It always makes me wonder with these, these news articles and so on. How do you get that 9 people were injured in the first place, and then an hour later you get now it's 15 people injured? Who gave you the specific number 9, and then who comes back and says, no, never mind, change it, it's 15 people? Who's in charge of that? Who's in charge of the relay of information? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it just, I don't know. It could be way simpler than, how I think, because I guess it's kind of my job to be like over dramatic about things, but I think about things a lot. So it's like, who is in charge of this? Where's the information coming from? Who said it was 9 people? It was just questions that I would like to be answered, but they may never be answered. But anyways, I'm angry at what happened today. Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves said at a news conference. Graves said 2 people have been taken into custody and has heard that fans may have been involved in apprehending a suspect, but couldn't confirm that. Now, I did see that on a clip. There was 2 people that tackled a guy that I think had a hoodie on. This is absolutely a tragedy, the likes of which we never would have expected in Kansas City, the likes of which we'll remember for some time. This sounds like a whole lot of energy harvesting. This feels very demonic because everything that was going on around the Super Bowl, a lot of numbers, a lot of threes. There was a lot of symbolism, a lot of numerology at play here, because a lot of people noticed that the location of the Super Bowl just happened to be 3333 Al Davis Way, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89118. And just so happened that Mahomes threw for 333 yards with a QB rating of 99.3. Now, a lot of people may look at that as a coincidence. And a lot of other people like us, we see what's going on here. What is actually going on? This was also a clip that a lot of people sent me, which was Ice Spice throwing up devil horns, ever so casually at the Super Bowl. Check this out. We'll play that one more time. I thought it was very odd of her. It seems like, maybe she noticed herself on camera, or, it was a moment where you just kind of like, You know, it's almost like a flex in a sense. You vibing, whatever. You throw up the devil horns, like, hey, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, let me cuff my little chain. Let me pull up my little upside down cross, my little satanic looking, opium looking chain that's, you know, I got from Playboy Cardi and his label, and, you know, of his little minions that's connected to that opium label that's, I think, here in Atlanta. I think it's based in Cobb County, Georgia, actually. Let me flex my little chain. And the pendant, the upside down cross, that pendant, it just looks demonic. It looks demonic. The shape of it, you know, I can't really describe it. But just the pendant, it just looks demonic. It gives off demonic energy when you're looking at it. You know, of course, she's dressed head to toe in Balenciaga, like a little one piece, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. And she was in the same booth as Taylor Swift the entire game. Just like we said in that first video that we covered, y'all, this stuff is entertainment. This is ran by devils. It's ran by devils. And Ice Spice, who was probably once a normal up north type of girl, New York type of girl, has now, you know, she's joined forces. She's joined the forces of darkness, basically. You know, she's in that circle, and you can tell she fully embraces it. And I think we talked about Ice Spice because, you know, she has a picture promoting the one-eye symbolism as well. We could put that on the screen just for the people that have forgotten. But she fully promotes it. She's selling sex. She's selling her body. She's doing what every other woman that's put in the forefront is told to do, especially the ones that have body. The ones who are able to sell it, they sell it. You know, you don't see Taylor Swift shaking her ass and doing all that. She doesn't have it. That's not her. You know, it's not her image to push, quite frankly. Where she's at in her career, she doesn't need it. You know, and it's not to say anything good about Taylor Swift, because we all know she sold her soul long ago as well. You can just tell by this picture right here in this red dress, basically promoting the serpent symbolism right here. You know, and you always get that one-eye pose, saluting the one-eye God. You know, so she's no different. But it goes to show you how they use these other women, in particular black women, Ice Spice, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all, you know. I don't think Ice Spice has her body done, but Nicki and Cardi, they have their bodies done. You know, they're used to promote sex more than music. And this kind of stuff, you know, she's willing to wear this kind of upside down cross and promote this demonic symbolism. It goes to show you where, you know, things are headed. And this is supposed to be football. This is supposed to be a sport. You know? But we all know what this stuff is at the end of the day, y'all. And so, you know, I thought I should just come on here and cover this real quick. There's not much for us to continue talking about because we already knew that this Super Bowl was rigged. And it's crazy. I honestly, I didn't expect something to come about, you know, as far as it being a mass shooting at their parade. I didn't expect that one. I really didn't. But it goes right with, you know, them harvesting energy and doing as much as they can. Because this is just a couple of days after the Super Bowl. So this is all one big ritual from the start to the finish. And this is them finishing it off. Yet another sacrifice. We already had the thing that was like a week or, maybe 2 weeks to a month before the Super Bowl with the three Kansas City Chiefs fans. Let's not forget that headline that froze to death. And then we tied it back to that show on that True Detective show on HBO Max, where the entire show is about scientists that froze to death, and it's some kind of crazy experiment and shit that's going on in the show. Go check it out. It came out at the same time that those three fans supposedly froze to death. So it's been a giant energy harvesting ritual since the beginning of January for the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's bigger on a spiritual level than you could possibly imagine because, yeah, it sounds like, oh, energy harvesting. Like, what the hell is that? And I'm harvesting my energy. but you don't understand it because you're not, you know, you can't see what is done in the spiritual world. And all of this stuff has an effect on you, your mind, your body, and your soul. You pay attention to it, you give it your time, you give it your mind. That is you giving them your energy, you giving them, a piece of you in a sense, you know? And it's also more of just covering this world in darkness. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's more of that than anything. It's continuing the same old shit that the devil will always do. And that's covering this world in darkness with his willing participants. Nothing crazy, just a quick video on the topic. I guess just to circle back on everything that happened around the Super Bowl and this recent mass shooting in Kansas City. Can't play me for a fool. There's definitely a lot of foolish shit going on. Yeah, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about everything in the comments. And y'all already know, man, we're coming back with more content. I actually had another video I was going to put out, but, this one jumps the gun real quick. So with that being said, it's Black Balloon, and I'm going to see y'all soon. I'm out.